Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you guys some just general building tips that I use in my games and other people use as well. And I've mainly got three to show off right here. We've got this, and these. So I'm going to start off right here with this nice wooden wall. It's got this cool border around it, kind of, on the bottom. And to do that, you use stairs. And that sounds weird, I'm sure, but if you resize it into the ground like this until it looks like this, it does look really good. Like, let me copy this and I'll do a quick example, kind of. Alright, so let's go with like sort of cobblestone wall. And we want to have like that little border thing on the bottom. I can grab my stairs right here, place that down. I'm going to make these granite just so it'll look good with the cobblestone, but and then we're going to resize it into a 0.2 by 0.2 size block. Then we're going to stretch it across here. Alright. And then you can leave it like this if you want. It won't look that bad if you do, but for most builds, you're probably going to want to resize it down here. Of course, you can experiment with this and play with it on your own. You don't have to do it exactly like this. But typically in most builds, this is the way you're going to be needing it. And anyways, if we look down here, you can see the stairs, kind of. Anyways, that's the kind of wall border things. And over here, we've just got some simple designs that look really cool. And I made these using just this one block. If you resize it down, you can just do that, and it'll look really cool. And you can use that for a lot of builds. Don't just use this block though. Experiment with all the blocks that are available to you, like yeah, you can get some cool stuff going like that, almost, which looks really nice. And better yet, these actually do have really good collision, so if you need to scale them up and use them inside of a building or something as like the floor, you can do that. You can do pretty much whatever you need to. And it'll look really nice, usually. And you can just, you know, mess around with every other block in the world. You can mix blocks, just different kinds of blocks and all, and it'll usually end up looking pretty sick. And next demonstration, over here we've got this little bridge thing. This is comprised of triangles, which are stupidly helpful. These let you do some really cool designs that you can't do with irregular blocks, which can be really helpful when, you know, building complex things. And that doesn't look very good right there, but over here is a little, like, try not to use, like, racing terms because I am a motorsports fan, but this is just a simple little racetrack road, kind of. And the entire turn right here was made out of triangles. This entire thing, you can see that little dot right there, that's the triangles. It's not supposed to be a dot, but either way, if I copy everywhere, you can see that it's all triangles. And it looks really good, except for these right here. I was just kind of getting lazy at that point, but that's about it for all the things you should do. But there are a few things that I want to go over real quick. For example, this right here is a mesh block, and it can be really helpful, but at the same time, it can also really hurt your game. What I mean by that is using too much of them. If you use too much mesh blocks or too many mesh blocks in your world, it'll end up looking a little rushed, lazy. The only time I would really use the mesh block is if I'm using it for like background decoration in the game. So like somewhere that the players aren't exactly going to be really like mainly, and you don't want to go over build a ton of trees and stuff, and you want to put decoration back there. That is a good use case for it. You can also use it when building a shop. You can go grab the gears and find their mesh and texture and just put that in there as well. And for the other blocks that you really shouldn't go overboard with, pretty much the majority of these Christmas blocks, except for the Christmas lights, which can be really helpful. As for these science or sci-fi ones, they have good uses. I wouldn't recommend using them too much. Like if you're building like a sort of like spaceship kind of thing, don't put control panel walls everywhere. In fact, I would recommend just kind of making your own using signs or countdown blocks or whatever. But also, I don't recommend using these for anything too big, these inverted blocks, simply because they don't have very good collisions on them. Like you can see here, I'm literally standing on top of this one, not falling through. It has no collisions on it, it's just a block. Hollow cylinder, you might be able to, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, just don't use these blocks too much. Use them in moderation. And that's about it for that. And finally, one last thing I want to say is just experiment. Mess around with blocks, go into like a little test world, mess around, do whatever you want, and just see what you can come up with. Any like cool things, you know. It'll be really cool if you can figure something out that looks good. And if you do end up figuring out something really cool that you can use for a world, it'll really look good and it'll be good. It'll increase the quality of your game and it'll just be great. And that's about it. I don't really have anything else to say here other than good luck building. And please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Or don't. I don't really care. I mean, I already have 116 of them. I don't really need any more. But anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye.